And so the long night broke, so that means we can skip through this again. When Sanan comes to talk to us after narrowly missing Ito. And his suspicious nature. And then what happens after this? So the whole Sanan thing's done. Eisuke had left and come back. Or no, he isn't back yet. He just sent Ito back. Because we haven't gone on patrol with Heisuke yet. Where are we? Okay, we're in a new month now. It's June. Man, oh, we do go to meet the new Shogun, right? Yes. And our 3 beautiful demons come and attack us. Alright, it's June. Our emperor had passed, and our year moved from the 2nd of Ganji to the 1st of Kyo. It was 3 months since we'd moved the headquarters to Nishihongwanji. There's a lot more room, but more room meant, well, farther to walk. Alright, we're gonna walk into Sanan. We never saw you change, but we're gonna do it anyway and remember something we can't possibly remember. Okay. Then we're gonna meet our sister brother, who surprisingly didn't have much of a role to play in Harada's route, which I was kind of expecting him to, but he just came to cause trouble for Soji, and then that was it. He was Dunzo McGee. I don't expect him to play any part in Shin's route whatsoever. Oh yeah, we have to go to Shimabara. Are we gonna go to Shimabara? I'm not sure. I don't know if there's any opportunity to get points with him there. Could I really go? Right, so we're going. Gonna talk to Miki. Man, we're gonna skip through so much stuff. Just because there's not much to do with Shin at the moment. Alright. Hello, you beautiful boys. I love this trio way too much as well. Such fun characters. The boom boom. That boom boom bow. Okay, so Shin's here though. So we probably don't want to run back to headquarters, I wouldn't think. Hi, Yamazaki. Yeah, like, there's no option to be with Shin there, so let's stay. Does Shin show up on one of these, though? I can't remember. Grief. My memory is just terrible. That is definitely for, Kazuma and Toshi. I'm trying to remember if there was... I think there was another option with Harada here. I think. Okay, let's skip. Yeah, there's Harada. Yeah, there's another option here. Why don't we just do this? Because, I mean, we know having faith in Harada is good for Harada, but we don't really care about that right now. So let's tell him to watch out. Watch out!
Hey, come on. Don't look too worried. Leave it to me.
In a swift motion, he swept his foot across the ground, throwing up a small cloud of dust.
What the?
He threw a small rock straight at Shiranui's gun.
Try again, smartass. Thought you had me, huh?
Ha! Nice. This might just be a way to avoid getting any points with anybody, because you, yeah, I'm kind of feeling... I don't think Shin shows up. I love that picture, though. I think this is just a good way to avoid getting any points with anybody, because you have to come here. You can't choose to stay back at headquarters. And if you go back, you have to get points with either Heisuke or Soji. So doing that option is a good way to avoid affection. Okay. Well, that worked out. So Shin didn't show up to help anybody. But we avoided getting any points with anyone. No buddying with anybody. No buddy-buddings. This is very confusing. Is the doctor here? Can we get my favorite scene of the game? Well, not my favorite, but one of my favorites. June 1864. The compound was alive with noise and movement. I passed several soldiers in the halls, each one of them excited about something. What was going on? There comes Ito.
This is unconscionable. Never in all my...
Ito? Is something wrong?
Yes, I'd say everything is wrong. Why should I be made to bare my skin in the same room as those savages?
Ito's explanation was useless. I was completely confused. Is there something going on today? Ito did his best to collect himself, shakily adjusting his hair and clothing before he spoke.
Someone claiming to be a doctor whom Kondo met on his visit to the Shogun has arrived. He is conducting physical examinations.
He glared pointedly across the hall towards the area he just left. The men were getting physical checkups, that much I knew. Given my particular situation, I had been exempted by the captains, who also gave me special instructions to stay away.
That hairless monster! That doctor! He demanded I remove my clothes in front of everyone. When I refused, as any decent man would, he tried to remove them himself. By force! And the rest of them just stood there. What sort of uncultured savages are they?
Savages seemed a bit strong. At any rate, perhaps I should go see just what a physical entailed. I was a doctor's daughter, after all. What's this doctor's name?
I believe he called himself Ryojin Matsumoto.
What? Wait, Dr. Matsumoto?
What's up with that reaction? Do you know him?
When I first came to Kyoto, my plan was to find Dr. Matsumoto. My father told me that I could rely on the man if I ever needed anything. Unfortunately, he was away on business when I'd arrived, and after that... I'm going to go watch the physical exams. There was no time to waste.
Oh my. So you want to see those savages? What peculiar taste.
Is this it? I could hear loud voices from inside. Oh! Oh! The scene froze me in place.
All right, next.
At last, my turn! Check this out, Doctor!
Wow.
What do you think? You're looking at the amazing product of years of training.
Your body's fine, Shin. I think it's your head the doctor ought to be taking a look at.
What's that? You say you want me to beat the daylights out of you?
You're fine, Shinpachi Nagakura. Now get. Next!
Whoa, hold on there, Doc. You gotta get a good look at this.
No, you're quite fine. Healthy as a horse. And I've seen quite enough, thank you.
You're holding up the line, Shinpachi. Get moving, okay? I'm just saying, I don't really think you've had time to fully examine. Don't you want to order a slice of this beefcake? I got 2 meaty servings on a plate, right here. A medical examination is for finding problems, not showing off. Now move.
It wasn't difficult to see why Ito was desperate to escape. I couldn't imagine him as part of such a display. Alright, and with that done, Yamazaki, my dear one, would you mind taking care of things for me? Thank you, and then we'll have a big kerfluffle with Dr. Matsumoto and Sanan. with Kondo refereeing. But we should stop for cleaning, because that's quite enjoyable. Although the Shin... I don't think we actually see Shin during the cleanup part, but the after... the post-cleanup part we can do. Shin's so scarce. Well, I mean, he's there for a little bit in the beginning. Good old Miki. Okay, so as soon as the cleaning's done... Dr. Matsumoto came the next day to inspect the cleanliness of the compounds.
Okay, this looks to be in adequate shape.
Right? See, everyone, even the doctor realizes that I'm in shape.
Compared to the complexity of war tactics, it's not like cleaning is some brilliant task.
All you did was complain.
Didn't Soji get to rest all day? Sounds like he got special treatment while we busted our asses.
Hey, don't blame me. Hijikata is the one being overprotective here.
It is your fault. You're the one coughing up a lung. You're not improving because you don't take care of yourself. Seeing the compound in such clean conditions is, I must admit, quite nice. True. The place looks... different. I could get used to this. Well, maybe we should clean every day then. Great idea. Make sure you do a good job, Heisuke.
Me? Whoa, hold on a minute here. You've got the most energy, Shin. Don't think you're getting out of this.
I'll help too, Heisuke.
Oh yeah? We'll take it on together. You and me alone. Forget Shin.
Aw, Heisuke making them plays.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't say I wasn't gonna do it. Shinpachi, there's some trash over there. Go throw it away. We aren't starting till tomorrow, right? Heisuke? Stop running around like that. We just cleaned and you're already kicking up dust.
I was enjoying the banter until I got very sad. But it's not any of my business. Well, hello, Kazuma. Shin doesn't come up to check on us, so we'll skip through this. And then we gotta think about... Yeah, it should be the demons, because that's Shin's big troubling mess. The water of life situation. So we'll do that, and then what happened? From then on, Matsumoto visited the compound regularly to check up on the men of the Shinsengumi. Ever since Sanon had become the leader of the Furies, the group was named as the Fury Corps. Still, I couldn't help but wonder, was it really alright to continue researching the Furies? My heart was heavy with worry. Without him, the Shinsengumi would be nothing. We would cease to exist. If so, why? Why indeed? Are we done chapter 3 by any chance? No, okay. I'm like, that was a long fade. This looks different. April 1866. Relations between the shogunate and Choshu were turning sour quickly. The shogunate began gathering forces with the intent of asserting dominance in the domain, later becoming known as the Second Choshu Expedition. Although it didn't directly affect the Shinsengumi, Kondo and Ito were called to accompany the shogunate's envoy on its way to the west region. Oh, this is a bit different, because usually we just get a... Kondo went, they were mean about it, didn't talk to them. But this is a little bit different. Interesting. With the chief gone, Hijikata assumed charge of the Shinsengumi. Soon after, unrest grew amongst the Shinsengumi men, who were becoming frustrated with Hijikata's strict leadership. Oh no. Toshi!
Oh, What the hell is up with Hijikata? He's been riding us way harder than usual.
You're telling me? I was trying to get permission to go out for a bit, but he wouldn't shut up till I gave him an itinerary of what I wanted to do.
I don't know, guys. Cut him a little slack. If something bad happens while Kondo's out, it could really screw us up. He's got a lot on his mind. Yeah, sure. I'll buy that, but tell me one thing. Why isn't he cracking down like this on Ito's men? Does he think he can shove us around just because we've known each other longer?
Oh. Nagakura frowned and let his back fall onto the floor with a thump. He sat there for some time, staring at the ceiling before he spoke again. He got up.
Alright, that's it. We're going to the city. Everybody get ready.
What? Right now? Hijikata had been quite clear about how he felt regarding nighttime escapades.
Damn right. What does he think we are, priests? I'm not sitting around in a temple all day. The night's young. We need to tell the rest of the guys. At least we can kinda talk back, but they have to do whatever he says. They're probably miserable.
With that, he disappeared. Hi.
I suppose we should go too. Someone needs to watch out for Shin. He seems pretty stressed.
Yes, he does. Harada turned and looked straight at me with an eyebrow pointedly raised. Oh, don't, da-da-da-da-da. Wait, you mean me?
I'm putting you in charge to watch over him.
But... How do you know that I'm interested in Shin? I guess Harada knows everything. Nagakura returned with a number of men in tow, and we headed out into the city. I'm just with a bunch of guys. He drank sake by the gallon, and before long he was in a much better mood.
Come on, boys, let's hit the next one. Drinks are on me. Oh, I heard that place over there is pretty good.
Concerned warrior. Uh-huh.
Thank you, sir. But are you sure this is okay? Isn't the commander going to be upset that you brought us out?
Oh, don't worry, I'll take responsibility for that. If he gives you any shit, you tell me and I'll shut him up.
Oh, you will you? I'd like to see this. Enthusiastic warrior.
You're awesome, Captain Nagakura. We'd follow you anywhere.
Although some of them seemed nervous, Nagakura's good humor and generosity had buoyed the spirits of the warriors significantly. Although none of them had the courage to say it, I began to suspect that Nagakura wasn't the only person tiring of Hijikata's strict rules.
Shin, don't you think we should be getting back? It's almost curfew. If we aren't home soon, we're gonna get it.
Curfew? Come on, curfew's for kids. Forget it. We'll be fine.
Fine? If we break curfew, we have to... you know.
Huh. Hijikata wants to make me cut myself open, he's welcome to try.
I wasn't sure if it was the alcohol, but whatever it was, Nagakura wasn't listening to Heisuke. Shouldn't we do our job? Yeah. Nagakura? He turned to look at me.
Hey, Chizuru! You're coming, right?
Oh boy, responsible or fun? No, we can't be fun. We gotta be the responsible one in the relationship. We shouldn't. You know as well as I do. No, of course I'm not. We can't break curfew.
But...
I know Hijikata wouldn't want to make you kill yourself over something like this, but I don't think he's going to back down either. I could feel several pairs of eyes on me, and I suddenly became very aware that I was lecturing a man twice my size with 4 times my strength. And that's why you guys are a cute couple. You two have known each other for a long time, right? You're friends. Don't think about the rules. Think about your friend. Yeah, that's right. You know I'm right. I may be small, but I'm right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He probably doesn't want me dead, huh?
Behind him, I saw Heisuke and Harada let out silent sighs of relief. Good call, Harada, on bringing her here.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, think about it. How much have we all been through together?
Alright, let's pack it in. If we hurry, we should be able to get back in time.
Run! Nobody was anxious to incur Hijikata's wrath, so our exodus was swift. Before we began to move, however, Nagakura turned and bent down close to me. Yes?
Hey, thanks for stopping me.
What?
One of my less attractive traits is that once I get stuck on something, I kinda lose sight of other stuff. Gets me in trouble every so often. If you hadn't done what you did, I don't think I would have even considered the consequences until it was way, way too late. So I'm glad you were here. Thanks, Chizuru.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm glad I could help. So sweet. It's much harder to write off someone you've known well for years, even if you often disagree. In his heart, Nagakura had no real desire to hurt Hijikata, and I was certain that sentiment went the other way as well. Although I'm sure there's moments. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, when we got back to headquarters, it was already long past curfew. Guys! You should have ran in a straight line, not all ziggy-zaggy because you're drunk.
What's going to happen to us? Do you think he's gonna make us,
I won't let that happen. I'm the one who dragged you all out there, so if something goes down, I'll take the heat.
But...
I've got no regrets. If I have to kill myself over something as dumb as this, then that's how it goes. And to hell with the Shinsengumi.
Nagakura. He seemed oddly unconcerned for a man who might be about to die. I didn't know what I could say to him, so I just watched as he walked off.
Right. Well, come on, guys. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. Shinpachi won't leave you twisting in the wind.
Okay. At Harada's urging, we followed Nagakura toward the hall. Welp. Hijikata was waiting for us, looking furious, like a parent that had to stay up. Hi.
Getting in pretty late for boys who aren't on night patrol. I think I made the punishment for breaking curfew clear. Not scared of death,
I could see some of the other warriors going pale as they looked nervously at one another.
Hey, I forced them to come with me. I'm responsible for all of this, okay? Don't remember putting you in charge, Shinpachi. I decide who's responsible, and I don't give a shit who invited whom. You all broke regulations.
For several long, tense seconds, Hijikata and Nagakura glared at one another.
Hey, Hijikata, it's our fault too. We should have just told Shin to go home earlier. Then none of this would have...
Hijikata's eyes pulled away from Nagakura's and dragged across the rest of us like a sheet of fire.
Hee. Rooms. Now. You'll get your punishment later.
But...
Come on, Heisuke, let's go.
What? Why? You're really just gonna leave him here to die?
Harada didn't answer, nor even look at Heisuke. He just stared into Hijikata's eyes deeply. Then he grabbed Heisuke by the arm and began to haul him bodily from the room.
You too, Chizuru.
Okay. I braved one furtive look back over my shoulder at Nagakura as we walked away. From where I was, I couldn't see his face. Stay safe, boo. Once we reached the hallway, out of sight of Hijikata, Harada stopped. Then very quietly, he moved toward the sliding door. He only pressed an index finger to his lips, telling me to be quiet. Then he leaned up close to the door, listening intently to what was happening on the other side. I moved up next to the door as well and followed suit, as did Heisuke. I love being with this group.
Well, what do you want me to do? I'm not afraid to die, so if that's what it's gonna be, then spit it out. You're not happy with how I'm running things, are you? Every time you do something like this, it always comes down to my leadership.
This wasn't the tone he'd use giving orders to the other warriors. Back in Edo, before the move to Kyoto, he'd probably spoken that way all the time.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Kondo, too. Don't you think you're being a little bit too much of a hard-ass on some of this stuff? I mean, I know we're not exactly the kind of guys a girl takes home to meet her parents, but at least I know how to use this sword. And, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but that's why the Shinsengumi's where it is now, right? 'Cause we always fight like our lives depend on it. At least that's how I think. But now you go easy on guys who've never lifted a sword outside a dojo, but you come down with an iron club on your veterans. Doesn't seem right.
For a long time, Hijikata was silent. Then, when he finally spoke...
Sorry.
Nagakura gasped incredulously to his apology. As he was trying to find his footing again, Hijikata continued.
But if I go easy on you, I get complaints. People saying stupid crap, like I give you the easy jobs, or the ones that'll make you look good, or you get more money, or that I play favorites. You really want people to think the reason that you got your position is from nepotism? Still, maybe you're right. I might have gone too far. I apologize.
Nagakura was silent. When he finally spoke, I could hear a bitter smile in his voice.
Dang it, man. I just can't win with you, can I? If you started lecturing me about regulations or my responsibilities as a leader, then I was just going to leave. But when you start acting like how you were back in the day, there's no way I can say no. You sure got me pegged.
I heard him scratch his head.
I screwed up too. I should have just talked to you instead of acting like a spoiled kid. Let's you and me go get a drink sometime. We'll get something you can stomach. Huh. I can drink as much as you can. I just choose not to.
Friends. Man, that made me really respect Toshi even more. Just like, I got all the Toshi feels there. They talked a little longer, about nothing, really. Then Nagakura stood up and walked toward us. We started to back away.
Hey, what the hell? Have you been listening the whole time? Of course. Knowing you, I was worried you'd be at each other's throats the moment we left, and then you'd end up dead. What are you talking about? Last I checked, only one of us has actually tried to off himself, Sano.
Harada and Heisuke looked at one another, relieved, and headed back toward their rooms. As I watched them go, I heard Nagakura mumble something to himself.
Whenever he does that, I can't bring myself to leave, even if things are really bad.
What?
If Kondo and Hijikata ever get, like, too big and forget where they came from, I'll leave and never look back. But there's still a part of Hijikata that hasn't changed since I met him back in Edo. Whenever I see it, I can't bring myself to leave.
I could see nostalgia in Nagakura's eyes as he turned and looked back toward Hijikata. There was no mistaking how deep their bond was. Compared to the length of time they'd known one another, my time with the Shinsengumi barely amounted to anything. I see what you mean. If the Shinsengumi fell apart, I'd be devastated. So in a way, I thought I understood how he felt.
Looks like this is just the beginning, though. Lot more coming down the pipe. I hope we can stick together. All of us.
Me too. I meant every word I said. All two of them. All two of those words.